Mass Effect 1, Legendary Edition. Last time we left off, we had taken down a few slavers, and we're looking for an Asari that was related to a Miss Nasana Dantius back on the Citadel, who is a diplomat. Unfortunately, we actually found evidence that the Asari that we came to find was actually leading the slavers instead of being held captor. And it would appear that we were tricked. And Asana was just trying to get us to do her dirty work. Which doesn't seem fair at all, does it? Let's check out the anomaly. We have mineral in the corner. It's always good to explore the planets for the minerals because it'll make the side mission a little bit more bearable. However, scanning the planets will give you enough minerals that you don't have to constantly look. I've done the resource collecting, the resource gathering side mission so many times with just scanning the planets. This looks like it's going to give us Asari writings.
Heading out.
Yep, Asari capsule. Yep, matriarch writings. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of matriarch Dilanaga's writing. Alright. I think the last thing on this planet is just the debris, which hopefully I have enough points in whatever skill I need. I think it's electrical that it's either electrical or decryption. Hopefully I'll have enough. And again, these debris capsules aren't necessary to complete. It's just good for free upgrades and for experience. However, it is not detrimental to anything. If anything, I kind of sell the upgrades that I got. Return to Return to Normandy. 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 Return to Normandy so zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. We're gonna go back to the Citadel real quick to confront Dantius, or Dantius. And I do believe there are a few missions, not a few small missions that I can do on the Citadel. And I'm just gonna take Ashley, and why not? Have a Krogan on the Citadel.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Alright, and I think we already talked to Admiral Migopovich, or whatever his name was. He was the guy who just was not happy with us.
Reporter Khalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Ah yes, Miss Al-Jilani. Who doesn't love her? Right. Rex, my friend, we shall upgrade your stasis, because that's a very good skill to have. And I also want to upgrade your throw, barriers, and Battlemaster. And Ashley doesn't need any more. My guy's good. How are we doing on equipment? Are we using the... Yeah, we definitely need... let's do that. And let's also mark anything that we don't need. Yeah. Let's mark anything 2 and below as garbage, because we do not need that. Pretty soon 3s will even be bad. I don't use the shotgun too much, but you never know. For my pistol, I'll take that, and I'll upgrade that. And oh, I must have already upgraded that. Fusion, high explosive 3. For the grenades, I just tend to pick the high explosions, because why not? That actually sounds really good. Like I said, anything 1, maybe even 2, some of the 2s are not needed. And I'm really glad they gave us that option to mark things as junk, because I can simply... Did I already scan the Keeper? Yeah. I might as well just get the Keeper scanning out of the way.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Show me what you got, show me what you got. Okay. Selling all junk. And I can organize the rest of my stuff later. I might as well just get this out of the way. See, I know there's one up here.
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight.
Did I already get Keeper up here? No, I did not. And get the free codexes plus experience. Hey Rex, do I have any armor upgrades that you can use? Better damage and protection, but not better shields. That'll sort of make up for it. How many keepers do we have so far? 8 out of 20. Okay, so we're almost halfway there.
This about normal for a human soldier's tour of duty, Williams?
Trying to take down a rogue Spectre and his army of synthetics? No, they didn't cover this in basic.
I love that banter. Gotta keep it right here. Keep it right here. Well, that's a terminal. There's also a keeper up there, but I always save him for last. So that way it's like a mental note, like I always know I have the last keeper once I scan the one that's in flux. Over here. So we were on 8, I just scanned, what, 2 more, so we should be on 10. Bless me. Oh, God bless me. Yep, halfway there. I'm pretty sure I scanned the 3 that were inside the... Oops, sorry. Inside the Citadel Tower, or the Presidium Tower.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
How about his OSDs?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
And to sweeten the deal.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Alright, got me a nice chunk of change, some good experience, and some much needed Paragon. Paragon and Renegade play a few key role moments in the game. It also helps avoid a few potentially nasty things. Scan you. Conrad!
Hey, Commander Shepard, it's me, Conrad Werner. Remember me?
Oh, how could I forget you?
There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Uh-huh.
Being a Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Shepard fighting for all of us back home. And they also say that you don't take crap from anybody. You're showing them what humans can do. Hey, can I get your picture?
Okay, slightly creepy.
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
You're a hero, Shepard. Decades from now, humanity's going to remember you. And I'll have your picture. Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
Ah, comrade. Don't ever change. Oh yeah, and if you're playing as a female Shepard, he'll say like, no one's ever gonna believe that I talked to the beautiful Commander Shepard. So yeah, he obviously has like an attraction level to the femme Shep, which is fine, you know. I know some people don't like it whenever male NPCs get thirsty for their female characters. But it's like, hey, you know, it is what it is. I think I scanned... Nope, I did not. Okay, let's take care of you. I don't think there's any... Pretty sure there's none in Cora's Den. Alright, so we took care of the wards area. At least some of the wards area. Was there one down here? No, maybe not. Maybe that's my imagination. Love how expansive the Citadel is in Mass Effect 1. There is one more that I could scan. It's, again, in flux, but as I stated, I always scan that one last. Once I see 19, I automatically go to flux, and I scan
later
it.
Today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Wow, that was fast. I literally just gave her those OSDs. There's one over here. If you haven't noticed, I play this game a lot.
Hey, you're the Shepard kid.
Do I know you?
Hey, been a long time, huh?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta? I worked with your mother. We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I guess you're not in the service anymore, huh?
You're retired, yeah. You know how it is. Times are tough for vets. They always are.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
Uh-huh. I don't like how he's fidgeting around, not in service anymore, and the emphasis he put on quote-unquote retired doesn't rub me the wrong way either. And he's also asking me for
feet, is it?
money.
No. I'll just get a meal. You know.
Does that meal come in the form of a needle?
Yeah. It's not a problem.
You're a good kid, you know that? Thanks. You ever want to come by and talk, I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
So how are you liking your posting at the academy?
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people you get coming in from the wards.
Yeah, it's the busiest station.
as much as I love the background banter, I gotta keep moving. So...
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Well, now I need to go to the Hades Gamma Cluster. And that's another thing. Listening to these news reports and these other vids, they also help get you quests as well. And I do remember the specific mission. I know exactly what to do, who to take, and what is going on. I see a keeper.
This one believes it has the right.
Please
Do not disturb the keepers.
Don't worry, just a quick scan and go. Oh, there was one over there too. Did I already scan it? I did not. Thank God I turned around. And it seems we have an issue over here.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
It's a shame they didn't work on your grammar.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Yes, but what dictates your truth may not be others' truth. And what you're stating is yours is the correct religion to follow, and everyone else's has to abide by everyone else's law. You're special in that case.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
So of course, there's two sides to every story. He thinks that he's doing the honorable thing by preaching the word of the Enkindlers, Protheans, whatever, and that he has every right to be here. Let's see what the CSEC officer thinks.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
That I can understand.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
And if it is breaking the law, how come you don't just arrest it?
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar. The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
Alright.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Alright, so I have sort of touched up on my opinions of spiritual beliefs and religious matters. And I personally do not really care for religion in a sense. If you practice religion, that is fine. You know, everyone is free to practice the religion that they so choose to. And so long as it's not harming anyone else or, you know, being forced upon others, then I really don't see any reason to people being able to preach or talk about their religion. However, I also believe that laws and regulations are in place to keep the safety, and if you make an exception for one person, you have to make an exception for others.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
So, in this case, I am going to persuade the Hanar to either purchase the evangelical permit or to to take his preaching somewhere else.
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
But in doing so, you're kind of forcing it onto other people in a way. And if there's one thing I've learned in my life, is that if you force religious beliefs on other people, it tends to put them off religion in a sense. That's kind of what happened to me. I was not necessarily forced by my parents, but by other people in my life, and it's kind of why I don't want to practice or be associated with any specific religion.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
But like I said, if you make an exception for one religious speaker to go ahead and do their thing, then you have to make an exception for other people's. That's fairness. But the fact that the Hanar wasn't confining to the laws and regulations in place, it just showed that he really didn't care about the law. And even though he may not have been hurting anyone at the time, it can still become a massive problem in the future to those who actually want to preach and is doing it legally.
I see the Hanar has left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
I really hope I don't look too bad by going into a religious religion. Again, I respect everyone's religions equally. If you have a specific one that you want to practice, all power to you. May your creators look fondly on you. I just happen to not be very spiritual or religious. I love the fact that there's tweeting. It's a nice little detail. Those god rays. The lighting. I love Mass Effect's Legendary Edition.
I'm telling you, this is not what Jake would want.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm gonna save it because this is a very touchy subject too. And I want to make sure I have enough Paragon to do this.
I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
Okay.
I'm certain that she has a good reason. I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
Okay. Well, what's the chances of the baby getting the disease?
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
And the dangers of gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
Well, I've always been a strong believer that it's a woman's body, it's a woman's right to choose. So, in the end, she's the one who's pregnant. She's the one who has to carry the baby to term, and she's the one who has to make a decision whether she wants to go through gene therapy or take the risk of the baby developing the disease. So
it's Rebecca's child, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
It doesn't matter. It's still her choice.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
That's so wrong.
Then support the baby's mother. Stand with her when she makes tough decisions.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
Wow. Okay, so that was two very controversial topics in one. The practice of freedom of speech for religion and the controversial choice of a lady's choice of what to do with her own child and whether she should go through an experimental treatment or risk the baby developing the disorder. I don't know. I've always tried to keep an open mind with everything. And the fact that the gentleman, you know, was trying to push that onto the mother and how he was saying, well, he's the closest thing the baby's got to a father, which may be true. You know, the uncle can be a good paternal caregiver for the baby. But at the same time, it is the mother's right to choose what she wants to do for the child. And he doesn't necessarily have a say, and Helena Blake.
Got a moment, Spectre?
Okay.
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
You don't say.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
Well, this actually does sound like a setup.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
I don't believe that for a second.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
Okay.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
I kind of hate that we get Renegade for that, but hey, what can you do? And another keeper. Alright, let's see. 17. Okay, good. I think I know where the last couple ones are. I definitely know where the last one is. Uh-huh.
That's enough. I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
So that should be number 18. I really hope these last, well, I really hope this one doesn't cause me too much error. Because there are a couple places where it could be. Not over here, but over here. Alright, so that should be 19, right? Yep, alright, I know where number 20 is. But before I do that, we're also near Asana, and she has a lot to answer for. You know, blue and yellow are such interesting colors to go together. I mean, it's not ugly, it's actually really nice.
Yes, Shepard? Did you find my sister?
Unfortunately.
Dahlia's dead, and I know she was blackmailing you.
So the truth comes out. I hope you're not angry. Surely you can understand why I lied to you.
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk.
They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. That is why I misled you. I could not risk you exposing me. But now that Dahlia is out of the picture, it's no longer a problem.
Okay, but what prevents me from just exposing you outright either? Anyway, I still have the evidence. Okay.
I would have helped if you just told me the truth.
Perhaps you're right. I am sorry. We have trust issues in my family.
Obviously.
I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
Oh, I love Rex. Alright, and give me that bonus.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits. But I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
You too, Nasana. You too. Not really.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she would. She'd be tossed at the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
That was a delayed reaction.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Calm down, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
I couldn't help but overhear you say something about the consorts.
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You've never been, have you, boy?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Of course.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Alright, having Ashley and Rex in the party is one of the best things ever. And you know what? Shepard's a Spectre, getting a Spectre salary. Maybe he can at least see what all the fuss is about when it comes to this consort. He might be worth investigating. I mean, we're a young soldier out on the prowl. We're not committed to anyone just yet.
I went fairly often, but it was still the Arcos.
Yeah, ever since Fist took over, I don't go anymore.
It seems like all the best lounges have been replaced by places like Cora's Den.
The embassy lounge is bad, but they're having decent entertainment.
Welcome. I am Naylina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Good question. Those white markings, are those drawn on eyebrows?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
She doesn't really sound like a person. She sounds, I guess, kind of like a goddess.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
What is the consort?
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that.
Most of the time, our clients...
What do you do here, Naylina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
And how do they leave, quote-unquote, contented?
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
So, Asari massage. Why not?
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Are you serious?
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
Nah, not really.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Naylina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Okay.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
Sorry. They have Solarian? They have Solarian consorts. That's interesting. Asari, and a human.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth. The consort is a wonderful person. She has quite a gift.
You have a very unique voice.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Huh, she's the only human.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. But that is not why I asked you here. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Well, I'm solving everyone else's problems. What's another?
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
It sounds like he, I guess, wanted to be exclusive.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
I mean, we already got used by one Asari, might as well be used by another. What can I say? Fox Shepard? He can't say no to a pretty face.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable.
Plus, we are heading to Cora's well, to the ward area anyway. Might find me one of those.
The statue represents what the Krogan used to be. A proud and fierce nation. Now we're just brutes for hire to the highest bidder. We've forgotten our roots.
You're not like most other Krogan, are you, Rex?
I'll take that as a compliment.
I'm sure it is. And who knows, Rex? Maybe it just takes one specific person to remind them what being a Krogan really is.
Hard to believe the Krogan were once seen as the saviors of the galaxy.
Oh, all this was before time, Ashley. Before, at least before the time of humans joining the Galactic Council. It's hard to believe that in the Mass Effect universe, the humans are the newcomers to the galaxy. Turian, Asari, Turians, Asari, Solarians, Batarians, Quarians, Hanars, Alcors, Volus. They were all, well, obviously they were newcomers within their own rights well, but they have hundreds of years to build upon. Nobody really trusts us yet. And I guess it's a good thing that humans are the newcomers, because if we, or let's just say that if Turians had discovered us, we would have, we pretty much would have just started a full-scale war, which actually kind of did happen when humans first contacted, or when humans and Turians first got into contact. We found a world that was habitable. We started colonizing it. Little did we know it was actually in, I think it was in Turian space, or at least in space that was controlled by the Turians and or the Council. And here we were inhabiting it without really knowing that it was under certain protections. And we started the First Contact War, or I think the Turians have a different name for it.
Commander.
The Relay Conflict, that's what they called it.
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy
I love water.
that helps me
Water's so
forget
good.
it.
This is the great Turian General. How did your kind ever defeat us?
I may be drunk, Krogan, but you're ugly. And tomorrow I'll be sober. Unless you have a cure for this ache in my gut. Go away.
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ha, war. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
It's better than sitting on your ass all day.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort. Even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right. I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower, or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
Sure.
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why is that?
Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
And how do I do that?
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this datapad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the L-Corps.
And the L-Corps is located where?
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an L-Corps diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Yeah, but General Spectre doesn't necessarily have the right ring to it. God, I always hated the background noises inside the chorus and the Oy. But it does bring life to the place. Right, and since I'm in the general area, I'm going to scan the final keeper. Right, I'm gonna do the consort's little mission, and then I'm gonna go back to exploring. Because oh my god, I've been on the Citadel for almost a whole hour. Wow. I didn't do anything today. Alright, so that was a little dramatic. Oh, but it gave me a level up. That was still freaking dramatic. Finally got Unity. Oh my god, I definitely needed Unity. Because I remember we were saving Liara, I think, and my team got wiped out. And it sucked. It just sucked. soldier, fitness, and assault training. Why not? Rex, my man, we are going to do more stasis and throw. Suspicious gambling machine. Okay. You discovered a signal being used to funnel money from the gambling machine to a private account. If you trace the system, you can find out where the money is being going and why. Ward's access corridor, you say? Well, we can uncover that at a later time. I've spent an hour on the Citadel. Oh, and by the way, that's another side quest right there. That with Rita and them, that's another side quest that I could do. This, I love Mass Effect, but like, there's so many side missions you can do. It's not exactly like you're pressed for time to do them. There's just two specific time frames that, or there's two specific missions that you have before you can't go back to the Citadel or do anything else. Where you're kind of tied into the mission.
Prime, we present another profile
Main
in
story.
courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the...
Yeah, we're just gonna skip that for now. I think we already heard that one. By the way, I just noticed my Shepard is really pale compared to Williams. It could have just been the lighting. Oh, I'm not done with you yet, by the way.
What do you say we head down to Cora's Den after shift? Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Novio's farewell thing.
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay. I'll trace a new signal.
And I unintentionally followed this side mission. I'm not doing it on purpose, by the way. It just...
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
That's interesting concept. I mean, the Hanar definitely speak in a very monotone way, so having them read off the dialogue would be hilarious. With immense contemplation, is it to be or not to be? That is the question. I have a huge collection of Shakespeare's plays and a textbook that I had that I got from my college. I've kept all of my English literature textbooks because I am an English nerd. Oh, which kind of reminds me, a little while ago, last month, on the 19th, I had taken the North Carolina State Praxis exam. It's required for me in order to get my teaching license. And I'm proud to say that I had passed with a 171 or 172. I had passed. That's all that matters to me. I passed. And, yeah, I'm actually very proud of myself for doing that.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
And I know I kind of come off as, like, unable to string together words to make coherent sentences, and I kind of ramble from one topic to the next. But when it comes down to it, I really am enthusiastic about English literature
I've come
and
to talk to you about your
storytelling
problem.
Curious. What do you know about the consort and her relationship to me?
Oh, that poor consort. Because if I'm understanding this correctly, you're like the elephants of this universe.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving. I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Not true. Look at this.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
I wouldn't be too sure, buddy.
Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
I think the consort will forgive you.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so.
Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, Din, not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
Apologize. Do not listen to my Volus compatriot. It was a good thing you did, regardless of your intentions.
Thank you. You know, Den, one day you might need my help. And when that day comes, I will help you. Because that's just the kind of person I am. But hopefully you'll change your attitude by then. You know what they say, someone gets under your skin, you gotta kill them with kindness. I apologize, it is getting later in the evening for me. And that's another reason why I kind of ramble and or make incoherent sentences or tend to speak and then trail off. I tend to stream very late in the day, or should I say very late in the evening, to where it's almost midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning for me. Which I assume for most night owls, you know, that isn't a big issue. Oh, 1 o'clock in the morning, I could go up until 4 a.m. Which is nice for anyone who can do that. But, I don't have that in me anymore. My biological clock has been making it to where I need sleep. Plus, all day today I have been taking care of the house. Keeping it clean, folding laundry, doing dishes, cooking for my brothers. Because I am the eldest, and I'm watching both of them while my parents are on vacation. And luckily for me, they'll be returning tomorrow, and hopefully I can kick back and relax a little bit before needing to go to work.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
Another thing, small bonus that, oh, that's nice. I didn't realize I did five missions with them, all from the Citadel. I think that was also the last achievement or trophy that I needed for the ally collection. My other Shepard got pretty much all the other rewards. But there is a small bonus that she gives you if you talk to the Alcor diplomat first and then come to see her.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see you. Your uniform fits as though you were born wearing it. You are a soldier through and through, proud, solitary, alone, but it gives you strength. That strength is what kept you alive when everyone around you was dying. You alone survived. You will continue to survive. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
You essentially just read off the backstory that I gave Shepard. He is a spacer, you know, family's military, so he joined the military following in the footsteps. And I survived a Thresher Maul attack on Akuz while my squadron died. So yeah, you kind of just stated what was already known. But thank you. Also, if you choose, that's it. Shaira will potentially sleep with you. As a way of also giving you things. But my Shepard isn't that kind of guy, you know. It's not that he's not attracted to her, it's just, you know, he's respectful.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Elcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you.
Thank you,
Remember
Shaira.
my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
But yeah, essentially you two just go at it inside that nice little bubble bed. Or is that a couch? Well, inside the bubble couch. Right in front of your companions too, which I think is hilarious. I did it once as my Renegade Shepherd because why not? And my Renegade Shepherd was also a female at the time, so it was really interesting. Really interesting to say the least. But no, I think the words were enough. Now I spent a lot of my time on the Citadel. I should probably get back to exploring space and doing a couple of other things. Most likely more side missions, because why not? I like to get a lot of the majority of the side missions out of the way before continuing on with the main story missions. Mostly because once you start doing the main story missions, the game kind of pushes you further into the main quest line without giving you too much time to pause. And again, I don't want to get locked out of a few things. I also need to get some new armor, because I have been wearing this armor for a while, and it's just not going to do anymore. I doubt the CSEC market would have anything too useful for me. I'm pretty sure this is where you get the... I think this is Onyx armor?
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Please do. I can't put that, can't get that, and I'll take that. At least then I can go to the Normandy Requisition Officer and get supplies there.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Huh. Hear that, Rex? Seems some people still remember what your people did for the galaxy. It seems that you guys are still somewhat respected. Which is good. Stand by shore party.
Stand by shore party. Decontamination in progress.
That's just one of the things that you get bored and you just, you know.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
I wonder how I'm able to change into my my Alliance uniform so quickly. I guess you would assume that it's underneath the armor, but don't know. Oh wait, while we're here, I am gonna explore, but gotta talk to Mom too.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak. Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
I know what that's like. Do you remember a Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
I've seen him here on the Citadel. Looks like he's had some hard times.
I don't doubt it. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw?
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive man.
He was. Always in laughter and tears. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Oh, Mama Shepard. And that's another thing. The Mindwar incident that they're talking about is actually the colonist backstory for that could have potentially happened to Shepard, where their family gets wiped out from the Batarian slavers, and Shepard was one of the survivors from the colony. And your mother is right. You would have been in high school, or in that case, you would have been about 16, 17 when that happened. I like the fact that all of these backstories somehow relate and tie together somehow, some way. Alright, so now that we're back in the galaxy, let's see where we're going to next. Why not to the Argos row? I am gonna end the stream in a little bit though, so I'm just gonna explore more planets and then I'm just gonna call it a night.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
Sure thing.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
A VI has gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
So I have to fight through the training simulators of a rogue VI to stop it. That's the only option.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our failsafes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Well, that's nice. Let's go. I'll land on the planet in a second. Turian insignia. Scans of the planet reveal dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted further scans and discovered the remains of an ancient warhead marked with the Parthia colony insignia. And that's another thing. The Turian face markings they do stem from the original colony that they're from. And depending on the colony markings, will determine if you were friend or foe at the time. Because the Turians kind of have their own civil war, I guess is the best way to explain it. And they would take pride in marking their faces with their colony insignias. And a Turian who didn't have any colony insignias are known as barefaces, and they cannot be trusted. They're not allowed to be trusted. Or, they're not necessarily not allowed to be trusted, but they're just considered untrustworthy. Yeah, why not? Let's take Garrus with us. Since we're talking about Turian insignias anyway. Oh, it's been a while, buddy. Let's get your decryption, damping, or decryption. Alright. We don't have any biotics on our team. That should be interesting. Alright, we got... Was I already on this planet? Was I already on this? I've already been to this planet. Are you serious? Okay, back to the Normandy. I did not know that. That's a little embarrassing. You know, let's go take care of that rogue VI. Cause, why not? Yeah, we seem to have colonies all over them, all over the, what's it called? All over our solar system. No, I want a Luna. $4.1 million. We have 4.1 million people on the moon right now. We have a colony on the moon in this universe. How amazing is that? And I don't think all 4.1 million people can be just, you know, soldiers, because I know they have a military base on the moon that we're going to. I think we're going to take Ashley and... Let's take Tolly, since we're dealing with a bunch of machines. And it's better to have 2 techs with us than, per se, 1. Just listen to that. There's our sun. The moon has little to no, I'm pretty sure no atmosphere. So we can just hear the dead of space. That is amazing. And there's Earth. Wow. Hacking. Now that's what we need right now. I should also upgrade your shields, shotguns. Tali, did I ever upgrade any of your stuff? Apparently I did, but more upgrades never hurt anybody. Even though you're never really going to use any of this stuff because, well, you use shotguns and pistols. That is your thing. We'll go face the debris later. I want to say that the Mako produces its own Mass Effect field because we're clearly not getting the giant bouncy no gravity feel from the moon. It's not that the moon doesn't have any gravity, it's just it's very weak compared to Earth's gravity. Because the astronauts, you know, were jumping around like crazy on the moon. Did take one hit from the rockets, but it only weakened our shields a little bit, which is fine. We're fine. I'm gonna switch to the sniper rifle. Oh, sorry, my computer beeped and I was trying to see what it was going on. And I managed to fail and succeed all at the same time. That is beautiful. How did I manage that? I do not know. I hate this mission for a lot of reasons. Sabotage. Yeah, that's a big reason why I hate this mission. Is Tali already down? Eat this. And she's down. Okay. Hey, Tali, can you use hacking, please? Yeah, this mission's kind of difficult because... Good. But yeah, no, this mission kind of sucks. Gonna access that. Right, and should be a nice little distance.
Negative contact.
First, it's toxic air, then it's gonna be the shields, which suck. Human heavy armor. It would be nice if Shepard could have a change of armor. But I'll do that in my own time. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to cut the exploration out or if people want to see me explore. I don't know. Because if I just stuck to the main story, then, well, this series will be a lot shorter. Because there's only... Let's see. After Eden Prime, there's Liara, Tassoni, Pharos, and Novaria. Which are... Pharos and Novaria are story planets. Story missions. Then you unlock... Then you unlock the next story mission. And then after you do that one, there's only one more story... really major story mission planet that you have to go to. And then you complete the game. Like, if I just stuck solely on the story mission planets, this game would not take that long to complete. However, in doing so, like in completing it without any of the side missions, well, you're not really giving yourself a good start to the next game in the series, Mass Effect 2, which I also want to stream, also want to play, and have like a really good result. So the inner completionist in me is going to complete all the side missions. Now if I do that on cam or if I do that on my own free time, that's up for debate.
Take him out.
Don't miss. No. Oh shit! Okay, that. Oh shit! Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Are you? I forgot to fucking save before entering the... Okay, You know what? I'm sorry. And of course I need to re-level her up. Tally. I don't even remember what all I gave you. It's good enough for me. Okay, I hate to say it, but I guess I'm gonna rage quit, because that was very frustrating for me, and it's going on 11 o'clock, and I gotta make sure that vacuuming for the evening has gotten done. So, thank you for joining my stream tonight. I'm sorry that I mostly just stayed on the Citadel all day, and decided to, haha, rage quit, because I got killed by a bunch of flying robots. We will finish, or we will do more planetary exploration in the next one, and I will finish the lunar mission, the Rogue VI, essentially. So thank you for joining my stream tonight. I've been Xfox1. You guys have been amazing, and have an awesome night.